Let's talk about 2026 goals because now is the perfect time to start thinking about it. At this time of year, so many people are either thinking about how do I sprint and try and salvage my 2025 goals and achieve them, or you're like totally disconnected and you're in your like winter beverage, cookies by the fire kind of vibe, and you're like, I want to just disconnect and I want to just enjoy the season. That's perfect. Either is fine. But here's the thing, there's one shift that if you make it this year, it is going to make a huge difference in your 2026 goals. And that is to start planning your 2026 now. Because the results that you are experiencing right now are a result of the actions, the behaviors, and the thoughts that you had 6 to 8 weeks ago. So now is the perfect time to start thinking, what do I want for 2026 and how can I use the last few weeks of this year to actually really set myself up for that? Because what you'll probably find is that some of your 2025 goals are no longer that relevant. Trying to sprint to finish that last thing, yeah, it might make you feel good that you followed through, but it might not actually be relevant to your business, your success, or your life long term. So when you bring 2026 into perspective, it allows you to think on a longer time frame and actually really use the time that you have right now for making 2026 the year that you achieve all of your goals earlier than you planned. I've spent the last week or so thinking about this, thinking about how my business, how my life is going to be different in 2026, and it has totally changed the way that I'm thinking about how I move in the next few weeks. It's gotten me more excited, more connected to the vision, and rather than feeling like I either have to push or stop, I found like a happy medium where I'm like, I'm making this progress day by day that is going to impact my 2026. So here's some of the things that I am focused on for 2026, and I would love to hear yours in the comments. Mine are that I want to launch She's the CEO podcast. That is going to be big. I'm very excited for that. It has been a project that I've had in my mind for so long, but 2026 is the year that it is going to come to reality and in the most beautiful way. Then I want to do more speaking engagements in 2026. So I am working on the strategy right now for that. And I want to take you a little bit more behind the scenes of how I achieve goals in 2026. But the podcast, speaking engagements, and growing my socials are my top 3 projects that I'm thinking about right now for 2026. So whether you've started thinking about 2026 or not, now is the perfect time. We are coming up in the holidays. You are going to start to unplug. You are going to get to the end of 2025 and you're going to get that like January feeling. Of course, you're going to do it again in January. But here's the thing, right now is when you are most present in your business, in your life, in how 2025 actually went. And that is the best place to make these decisions from, because rather than being like, oh, that project didn't work out, I'm just going to throw it away, and oh, it's January, I feel so excited, I'm going to do this and this and this, you're building from a place of here's what I learned and here's how I'm going to do it differently so that 2026 is better than any other year that I've ever lived in before.